What's up guys, welcome to the second channel, Smpl Builds 2. We're going to start today's video with a little POV brake job on the 15 Civic, some ASMR. I'll walk you through the process, make it quick, snappy, and fun. And here's a little day in the life slash POV vlog slash montage of some behind the scenes stuff that goes on with the second channel. Okay, and of course we got this guy in the loudest truck in the world. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get started by getting some tools out and get ready to do this brake job. We got some pads here and rotors here. We got some anti-seize. We have some brake lube and some brake clean, and grab some PB Blast over here. So as you can see, we got the car up on the lift, ready to go. You just take these blocks here and then put these blocks on the jacking point. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Jack point, rubber blocks, all four. And then make sure the compressor's plugged in for the locks. Power's turned on, and then we just raise it up. It's pretty simple. Little shake test always. Okay. And then lower it down onto the locks. '21. Get some ear protection too, just because I don't like hearing loud clanking noises. I have a feeling that these brakes are very, very bad. At least the one side is. Because I heard some very loud scrapage, and oh my god. Look at these rotors. Holy smokies. And we'll probably have to lube up these slide pins too, because this caliper looks like it's sticking. Because this pad is pretty much done for. And the other one's not. Terrible. Got some more meat on this side, but we're gonna get some brand new brakes on here, so let's get this done. Up next is caliper, and then pads, and then caliper bracket. So it's 2 bolts slide pins, 2 bolts caliper bracket. No way. Guys, did you see that? There is no bolt on the bottom caliper. No way. Was this one even braking? Was it even doing anything? Is that why these pads are here? So, oh my god. There was no bolt. There was no bolt. That was just hanging around. That's insane. Let's get this off. That's insane. Wow. Oh, I've never seen that. These rotors smell like cat pee. I have no clue why. That's disgusting. Oh my god, I don't think these pads were even doing anything. This pad looks like it has full health on it. What in the world? Ew, why do these smell like cat pee? What the heck? Let's get the bigger one for this. This looks like it's 17. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, sir, 17. Bottom caliper bolt, top caliper bracket bolt, and sometimes I like to take it off as a full ensemble like this so I can just see the orientation of the pad and make sure I put them back in the 100% right way. Oh my gosh, let's open up the new pads and one new rotor and get this one swapped out. Oh, that looks like fun. Great. Let's try just a flathead on that. Supposed to be Phillips, but it looks like someone. Oh, thank God it's loose. Woo! We are saved today, boys. Thank you. Oh no, there's two of them. God dang it. Come on. Oh! Let's go. The world is on our side today. And I'm probably definitely not using these again, but I don't know, maybe just to hold it. We'll see. Yeah, that's probably gonna need to get hammered off. Let's bring out the big guns. Put a zip tie on this caliper just so it doesn't fall off, because it's probably going to fall off when I start banging. You can always snip the zip tie when it's ready to come off, but what we're going to do is put it through caliper, put it through the spring, see if it'll reach. Now we can hammer this off. There it goes. Old rotor. We'll put it over here. And now we have everything ready to go for the new parts. Looks like we'll have to reuse these little retainer springs, but that's good. There we go. Brand spanking new. There we go. This way the pads can slide freely. No problems. Look at all that rust that came off. You can see it all. Actually, we'll take some brake parts lubricant. We'll put that on the outside of the pads. Make sure we get the right ones on the right spot. That looks like the right pad to me. Like that. So that goes in like that. So let's take some brake lube. Actually, before we do that, put that one on there and that one on there. Let's take this one. Brand new fresh meat, look at that. Let's take that one and let's apply some more anti-seize to this slide pin. Nothing crazy, but let's just do this. That may or may not be too much, but hopefully that does the job. Spin it around in there, make sure the boot is sealed, and that's good. Same thing for this one. Make sure you pull on the boot so you don't rip it. It's got a little bit on there. This one definitely looks pretty lubed up already, so that's good. Just put some new on there. I know you probably, if you're watching this and you know how to work on cars, you'll probably say, oh, he's doing this right or this wrong, but oh well, it does the job. Now let's get this on here. Put a little bit of lubricant right here and a little bit of lubricant right here. There we go. Let's insert that pad. Into the caliper bracket. Same thing with this one. Like that. And then we'll put this right there. And this right there. Actually, I'll put that in after, because that's causing issues. Now that the caliper bracket's ready with the new pads, now we're gonna take our fun little handy dandy compressor tool. You can use a multitude of different tools, but you take this one here in the corner and this piece here, slide this on over top of that, drops down on here. It looks more complicated than it is. And then we need to cut our zip tie now. Now we take our tool. Hopefully it's not too dark over here for you guys to see this, but set this down, and then this piece goes on here like this, and then you just spin this piece while holding this to extend it, and this pretty much just pushes the caliper piston back into its little home, into its happy little home. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. I gotta spin this counterclockwise, and then once it presses, in, some of them have to have a little spin tool and different attachments. That's what the other ones in the orange are for. But once it presses against both, then you can take this and spin it clockwise. Oh, and you'll see the piston go back into its little humble abode. Good night. Everyone say good night, piston. Good night caliper piston. And this tool is well worth, I think it's like 50 bucks. Let's put this back here for now. Now let's put our caliper bracket back on with the new pads, nice and delicately, like this. This might have been easier to do without the pads in it, obviously, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it's a little bit of a fight, but no worries there. Just slides right on, just like that, and now they stay in place, hopefully. Take your caliper bracket bolt, and then try to find its spot. There it is. Now that one's in. Now put the back one on the bottom. That one's in. And then let's get our breaker bar torque wrench. And those should be able to go on now. But I think they're gonna separate them, so this might be a little bit of a challenge. Going to want to separate these, which is an interesting challenge. How do I do this? How do I hold these in? How do I hold these in? Because that's supposed to be like that. I guess I can try to just hold it like that and slide it on. Let's see. Now I have to swap hands. See if I can just slide it over. Just like that. All right, guys, we figured that out. Pretty simple. Nice and easy. Now let's put the top one back in and see if we have another bolt laying around or if we have to go buy one. So we need, I might have to run and buy another caliper bracket, but I do have a little I have a box of assorted bolts from the past Hondas that I've worked on that I kept. I don't think you should keep every bolt, nut and bolt that you guys work on, but I do think you should have a little bucket and basket in case. Oh, look at this. This might be, guys, this might be the one. Just to have a little basket or a bucket like this of some assorted nuts and bolts, just in case you could find something that fits, and they think this will probably work. Let's see. Oh yeah, come on. Nice, look at that. That is the perfect fit. That is also why I like Honda, because a lot of stuff is just pretty interchangeable. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Tighten the top one. These just need to be hand tight. I think it's like 20 foot-pounds on these. And then as far as the caliper bracket goes, that's a little different story. Those need to be right about 80 foot-pounds, 85 foot-pounds. We'll make sure they're in this as far as we can by hand. No. This is a 17 deep socket. 17 deep socket. And crank it down by hand first. as tight as you can get it without going too crazy. Now we'll take our breaker bar and set it to 80 foot-pounds. Which is right about there. That is set to 80 foot-pounds on the good and tight meter. Set it here, push it. All right, about there. Boom. Now these brakes are done on one side. Just like that. Of course, we need to do the bedding process, but look at that, guys. Brand new brakes, pads, and rotors on one side. This side is probably going to be a crap ton worse. So once I get all these parts off, I'll show you guys the damage and how bad these old pads and rotors were. And that's going to be nice to swap these out. Also, really happy that we had that other bolt laying around. So now this can be safe and not going to give us any issues. We also did have a weird brake wobble noise, and that was probably why, because we were missing a complete bolt on the caliper bracket. So that is, I'm sorry, on the, yeah, on the caliper bracket, right? Yeah, on the caliper bracket. This, all right, cool. These are pretty big brakes, so I'm not gonna lie. Should be nice and sturdy once we're done with it. Have some fresh brakes on this car. It'll be really nice. We're chipping away at all the maintenance items that we need to do on this car, and eventually maybe we'll give this car away to one of you guys, but I don't know. The Motor Club, you know, we lowered in price, so the threshold to be able to reach the amount that we would need to cover to give this car away to one of you guys is a little bit higher, more like 1,000 members. I wanted to give it away to 500 members, but we do have this current giveaway going on, which I'll show you guys. Obviously, you've seen it before on the main channel. There's a ton of content on this car, but it is a 1998 Honda Civic sedan with the D16. Just a really good daily driver for one of you guys. You know, everything works: heat, AC, power steering, the automatic windows, or power windows rather, power steering, like I said, new grille, new lip, we put coilovers on it, new wheels with tires, and the car is sitting nice and pretty, super clean on the inside. Super clean up here, 5-speed manual, Bluetooth radio, anything that you would need in a daily. We got the rotor retaining screw that the Phillips had. That was a little harder, but all we did here was a little neat trick. We took this on the Phillips, and then on these Worth screwdrivers, which I love these guys. I appreciate all your support. Worth, make sure to check out their tools. They absolutely are super sturdy. They're snap-on quality at a fraction of the price. I just put this on here, and I took the other Worth tool, which is Zebra branded, and then you put this little 10 millimeter on here, and then you can twist it like this, because you don't have enough force like this, but you take a little leverage here, and it broke it right free. So that was nice, with a little help from PB Blast as well. But we got all the bolts off camera, just to save you guys the spare time. And then we're gonna pry this caliper off and see how bad the damage is here. This one thankfully had both bolts on the caliper. Looks like we have a torn caliper piston boot, which it should be okay for now, but it might be causing issues. So just to keep in mind, might need to replace that caliper fairly soon, but it should be okay for now. These things are pretty much sandwiched in here, but we'll take these off. This off here, and this off here. The caliper is already off. Let's see. Oh, we do have one bolt just holding it in. So let's take that out. And we'll take this over to the inspection booth. Oh yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad, guys. Oh man. So we got the clips here. Set this up out of the way. We didn't need to use any heat. I thought I was gonna have to use some heat. We didn't have to, so that's good. Put this back. Put this back. Always try to keep a neat and organized workspace as much as possible. Of course, it's very difficult with running an automotive space, a shop, or you know what we do with the YouTube channel, working on cars all the time. Either way, but we got to bang this off. So actually, I'm probably gonna grab my headphones again because I'm gonna bang on that, and I don't want to blow my eardrums out. done that. Now I'm a little bit smarter sometimes when I'm not super lazy. There it goes. And take the rotor off. Now we can inspect how bad everything really is. This, of course, is crazy scoring. You used to be able to resurface these, but honestly, it's not even worth it anymore. There's a really fat lip on this rotor here. You can feel it on the top if you run your finger on it, and you can see all this grooving, and scoring is not good all here. So obviously, you know, I don't know all the fine details about these things, but I know enough to be able to swap it out, make it work, and, you know, show you guys the process along the way from what I do. But as you can see, there is zero pad left on here, and it's funny because you could hear it there, but the wear indicator is not touching it because there was uneven pressure, which is usually due to stuck slide pins or a bad caliper, which this one's a little bit crusty. You can see it's kind of slower. This one's a little bit faster. This one can be too, but we'll definitely need to put some more lubrication on that, on the anti-seize. But you can see the indicator, the wear indicator was just about to go, but this side wore faster. So I heard a bunch of grinding and noises from the front right, and this wear indicator here didn't touch. This clip right here is what, you know, this, let's see if I have a flathead. Let's just say this clip right here is the wear indicator, or the screwdriver. And then once the wear indicator comes out and then the pad goes down enough, it pushes out past it, and that will start scraping on the rotor, and that will make a really loud screeching noise, which will tell you, hey, you need to change your pads or your rotors or both. So just inspect it at that time. But that is what that does, which is a pretty cool little trick or feature that many people might not be aware of. That's how you know when to swap your brakes. But then you have instances like this where it's just uneven, and it was bad anyways because it was just rubbing and grinding, and you can hear it that way. So let's go ahead and swap this one out here with these new pads. We'll get this rotor out of here. This one's garbage. Put it here for now. Okay, so this is the new and this is the old. As you can see, this thing was completely sheared down. Wow, that is crazy. And then you see the distance from old to new, just like that. Look at that, guys. We got new, we got old. So let's chuck this sucker out, put it here. I like to keep everything organized with old and new, just so you don't make any mistakes. Let's take this. And put that like that. And you can see all the rust coming off there too. And then the new one, you can see the wear indicator right there. Make sure they're on the same spot, but you can see that, how it was supposed to hit right there. And this one is on the same thing. And this one is on its last legs. So good to swap that out. Let's clean up this caliper or pad retaining clip. I need to get a new wire brush, that's for sure. That's on the list. Just clean that up nice and clean as much as you can. And then once again, before we do that, put the pads in, let's take the boot for the slide pin out and put some anti-seize all over it. These are very important steps that sometimes I would be rushing and I wouldn't do it, but honestly it makes a big difference. So if you guys can get to it and you have the time and you're gonna do it DIY, you might as well do it the right way, as much as the knowledge that you have that you can do, if that makes sense. Let's try that one more time. Okay, there it goes. Okay, and now that is nice and lubricated. Let's do the same thing on this one. You can see this one was pretty low on lubricant, so we'll load that up. Not too much, not too little. Put it in, and then make sure this boot section is in. The bottom boot section needs to be pushed in back into the caliper bracket there, and just like that. So let's get our brake lube so the pad can slide freely still within the caliper bracket. Put it just on the top here where it touches. It's very simple, self-explanatory. Not a ton, but not too little. And then we'll put this on like this. I usually press them in one side and then slide them in on the other, like that. And then it's very important to not touch or put any kind of grease or crap on the actual pad material, because that could cause some serious damage to your pads, and it could create a very dangerous situation for you on the road. So make sure you don't touch or put any crap on that surface of the pad. Put that in like that, drop it in. Sometimes these will be a pain, sometimes they're very easy. Thankfully on this car, pretty easy. So that is ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this. These pads are donezo. Let's go ahead and get this new rotor out. So it's also important that you clean the rotor, because they put rust prohibitants on it. So take some brake clean and clean both sides of the new rotor. And that gets all that preservatives off of it. So it's ready to go on your car. If you don't clean that off, it could cause issues. It might burn off and not cause issues, but I don't want to take that chance or risk messing with my brakes. So rotor is cleaned, ready to go on. I think we can reuse the rotor. Oh, mama. Make sure you don't do that. Holy smokes. I think we can reuse this one because this looks to be in a lot better condition. So let's go ahead and push this on there. And this will hold the rotor on. And it's right spot, not too tight, not too loose. Let's put this caliper bracket back on. Nice and easy. Put the top one on. Squeeze it together. Boom, just like that. Grabbed it first try. Nice. Bottom bolt goes in. Just gotta wiggle it sometimes a little bit to line it up with the hole, but that one lined up right perfect first time. First try, like that. Get that lube out of there. You could also put some lube here, guys, but I don't see the need for it. People sometimes lube up this back pad, but I really don't see the need for it. Like I said, let's go ahead and take this caliper, set it there gently, and take our tool, which is right here. Spin it. Just like that. Now we're going clockwise, and that's gonna push that piston back into its home. Everyone say it again with me. Good night, caliper, piston. Sometimes you go crazy working on cars by yourself, guys. And now with this POV view, this is not good because you're seeing all of the craziness. Unfiltered, uncensored. But it's like we're hanging out together. We're doing this together, so it's pretty cool. You guys let me know if you like this kind of stuff. We'll do it again. It's almost like a little Bob Ross moment. I love Bob Ross. I never really watched him too much, but honestly, once I got into my shop, I started watching him more. And what's going on? Is this working? No, this is not working. All right, so we got this figured out. We just had to throw a little wrench on here and hold this from spinning, and then we could tighten it down, and that is fully compressed. So let's get this out of here. You just unwind it this way, hold this, give it a little spin, and then you can take that out. Now let's set this down. That's all set aside. Now we can put our, let's see where we're at. We got to put our retaining springs back in. Just like that. And these two. 1, 2. So now those are in. Let's hold this. Do what we did on the other side, just like this, and that's in. And now we got the 2 slide piston or slide caliper bolts going in. There's one. Second one goes in like that. Now we take our little guy, tighten these down. Right there. Tighten this. Good. Now let's tighten our caliper bracket bolts by hand as much as we can. Tight. Tight. Excuse me. I'll throw this back on the breaker bar here, and then it's got to come towards me. And that's about 80 foot-pounds right there from my experience. And then we could torque these down if we really wanted to, but I don't, so I won't. But once you get to know these enough, you start to know about where it's supposed to be feel-wise, but you could always torque it down. I bet you if I did just take it on a torque wrench though, just for fun, to show you guys, I bet you it won't move. I'm gonna set it to 85 on the torque wrench and show you how close I was. It's at 80s right there, and then 5, just like that. You set it to 0 on 80 and then over 5. And let's see, I bet you it's not gonna move. Just to see. If it does, maybe I'm way wrong, but let's see. And I could be over torqued, but I doubt it. Let's just see though. Look at that. Didn't move whatsoever. So it could be a little over, but I'd rather be over torqued than under torqued, that's for sure. And the top one, see, same thing. See, if this moves this way, then I was under torqued, and it could be over torqued if it doesn't move at all. But let's see. Yeah, that's probably 85, 90 foot-pounds by hand, just to prove to myself that I still got it. Let's go. This is not a tutorial or a DIY. I'm just showing you guys and having fun working on my car. So just a disclaimer. Brakes are all finished. They look amazing, I think, and hopefully should be in tip-top performance and condition. And this side is done too. So really excited to have these brakes done. Let's throw these wheels back on and button this thing up. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just a quick tip and hack for those beginners or noobs that don't work on cars or don't know. Always start your lug nuts by hand and then go back with the gun. And then I'll show you some more tips to put the wheels on and tighten them down as we go. But start here. And then the other tip is to always tighten the star pattern. Once you got them all hand tight, you want to go tighten them on. Make sure they're all pretty flush first. But you go there, and then star, across, and then star across, and then star across, star across. And then you only want to go, you don't want to go super tight, just a little ugg. Just one ugga dugga there. And then the same thing on this side. Just one star. Star. And then across here. Just like that. Then we'll lower it down and we'll torque them down when they're on the ground. I torque my wheels down to 100 foot-pounds always, because the difference from 90, which some are recommending, and 100 is about that, from 90 to 100 foot-pounds. So I always just go 100 foot-pounds and call it safe. But we're gonna release the locks, lower it down, torque the wheels down again in the star pattern once it's on the ground, because I don't mess around with the safety of the wheels, you know, possibly come flying off. And then we'll put the hubcaps on, and then we'll take this car to break in the brakes. I'll show you guys that process very briefly. 100 foot-pounds, star pattern. Guys, don't give me a hard time about these hubcaps. It's a daily beater. I don't really care. I just think they look better as black than the black Steelies, and they're a little bit rusted out. Yeah, I could take them off and paint them and sand them and do all that, but I got other projects and things to work on than worry about stuff like the Steelies. I just buy $30 hubcaps and call it a day. Looks good enough for me. Save money to put into other things. But boom, brakes are done. Let's go bed these pads into the rotors. Here we go. Okay, so up first, we gotta do something like this. You wanna go up to about 35 miles per hour and then hit your brakes pretty hard, about 40 miles per hour there. Hit your brakes pretty hard all the way down to about 5, but don't stop. So you wanna do about 10 of those. And there's definitely, you know, tons of different tutorials on how to do it. We're gonna do another one right now. And you're gonna smell the brakes, and they might start making some noise, but whatever you do, do not slam on the brakes and don't stop, because then you could imprint that pad into the rotor. So you definitely don't wanna do that. And it's a different procedure for each car. So make sure you look it up, but then after that, you're gonna drive around for about a half hour, 20 minutes, and let the brakes cool down. Whatever you do, don't stop and don't let the brakes sit while they're hot to imprint anything on the pad. And that is a general breakdown of the pad and rotor bedding process. One more for fun. Boom. And we gotta do a couple more. I'll see you guys back at the shop. So that process went well, but I do think I might have messed something up. Usually I don't have to lift the cap when I compress the caliper piston, but I feel like for some reason on this car it might have caused an issue. I saw a little bit of brake fluid on the floor. Yeah, there was definitely some squeezing out at the top of that cap, but let's see, it looks like it's still high enough. Well, I guess it's fine. It just squeezed some out. I don't know. I gotta clean off some of that brake fluid, but it did squeeze some out of the top of this cap. I guess it's breathable, so something to note. Not the end of the world, not a catastrophe, but oh well. That is good, and these brakes are finished. Let's run back in the shop and get on to something else. See what Ethan's up to. What is my filmer and editor doing? What are you working on? Let me see that. Open that up. Broken car. He's Googling broken cars. I pay him $7 an hour for this. So we have a video going out right now. No, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, we have it going out tomorrow. I don't know if you guys saw this one already yet or not. So we got a video going up there. We're probably going to film another episode, something here. I'm not quite sure just yet. We have a few videos in the pipeline, and I don't know which one I want to start today. It is, what, 2 o'clock? And we leave at 5. 2:20. We leave at 5. Honda's done.
Why'd you just scream that?
Because. And let's see what my little worker is doing. What are you doing? Say hi to the second channel. She said hi. Be filmed. Oh, sorry. She doesn't want to be filmed. Let's jump on to the next clip and the BTS. Probably something with your camera.
Just filming a couple of test shots, trying to get things set up so that way we have a little bit more run and gun style with the new microphone and the new, little camera that I've got on my chest right now. Trying to make sure that everything is back to working order, so when it's time to film our next episode that we're going to be working on soon, we have everything ready to go. Kind of quick and easy, especially for the shop, since the lighting and everything else in here stays the same pretty much most of the time, except for when the door is open, like today, because it's beautiful out.
My cup again. I got terrified, and then
you're on candid camera.
It was in my.
We're just setting the color temperature and the audio. Okay, so stand.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back.
I don't know.
Guys, you're on Smpl Builds 2.
Okay, put this on. Oh, I know. Just asking.
BTS for Smpl Builds 2. I hope you guys are enjoying the content right now.
Move over.
You're probably not, because there's not much car builds, but for the OGs and the true fans and the supporters, I appreciate you guys for being here. And let me know if you want to see more stuff like this on the BTS on the second channel. So what are we doing right now?
So right now I'm just checking color and a couple other things, but let's check audio first. So just for the sake of the recording, let me start it. Okay, so for the recording, we've got the DJI mic set to +12 on the transmitter. We've got the receiver is at +12.
Skip to the fun stuff.
Shut up. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
They're with me right now.
Yes, guys.
You guys, you're with me right now.
Do we care? Let me know, actually, if you care. Drop it down below.
3.
You can talk all you want.
It's going to be 3 views of people saying they also don't care.
RPF 1.
Please shut up.
Adjusted coilovers.
All right, we're going inside, guys.
Wait.
Let's go.
Come back. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the camera.
Okay, this is real test footage though, so don't talk over this test footage because I need to use this audio until I tell you to. Okay, so this for me. +12 on the receiver, +2 on the transmitter. Seth, talk like you're doing a regular...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Smpl Builds. We're going to be doing a YouTube video for you today. We're testing out the microphone. We got the new DJI lav mic.
Okay, good. So that's at +2. Let's stop there. Okay, same thing. This is at... So everything's the same except +5 on the transmitter, so try that. Dropping down to +3, and I'm gonna leave it at +2, that's what it was set at. And this is just now we're testing or we're checking the color profile, just to see which one we wanna stick to, because I've been having to make adjustments to the tint, meaning that our footage has been looking, but this is f2.5 at ISO 640 at 4300 temperature, and this is picture profile 2. So we're gonna do all the same settings for the next picture profiles. That was picture profile 2, now we're doing picture profile 9. Okay, and this is picture profile 11. Okay, I think we got everything we needed on the tests. Let's wrap this stuff up. Let's go put this away. Bye.
back into the shop for another round of repairs slash mechanic work on this little piece. You guys know the car once again, and you might have seen in the video that we accidentally installed the lower control arm on the rear right side, the passenger side, upside down. Classic mix-up and confusion. Let's get it up all the way and I'll show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about. You can see the car up in the air now. Hopefully the lighting isn't so dark, but as you can see here, this control arm goes up this way, and then it has this little indent there, and then it's kind of sweeping towards the up arrow on the up motion right there. It comes up and then goes in like that. And then this one, you can see it kind of goes the opposite way. Comes in like that, and then it kind of sweeps down. You see it right there, it kind of sweeps downward. So this one, obviously sweeping up, is creating a higher lift on this side of the suspension, which was causing the coilover to be a different height on the adjustment. And I was very curious why, and that is why. Someone pointed it out, and I was like, that was stupid of me. You know, it's a classic mix-up, but at the same time, I should have taken a little bit more time to figure it out, but somebody mentioned it, and it's a quick fix. So we're gonna throw this wheel off, drop these 3 bolts, one here, and then this one, and then it passes through on this side, and then a bolt here as well. So hopefully these don't give us any issues, but swap it in and out, and then adjust the coil, either lower this one down or raise this one up, but we'll see. We'll put it back together, throw the bolt through, lower it down on the ground, and see where it's at, whether this side needs to go up or down, and vice versa. So let's go ahead and get the wheel off and then swap this control arm the right way. Ay, ay, ay. Why did I make this so tight? Ow! Oh my God! Are you serious? Maybe it's because these sockets are 12 point and these are 6 point. Usually these 12 points never do me wrong, because even though they're 12 point, they still have the same edges as the 6, which lands on the right spots, but let's see how that works. It's definitely better. I don't really like how loose that feels. Oh no, it is snap. You better not have. Oh no, it's just really loose. Alright, well that's good. That's weird, it was really tight for some reason. Okay, so that one's good. Let's get the gun and get that the rest of the way out. Oh. Okay, let's just see about cracking this one. Okay, so far so good. Go back to the 17. This one shouldn't be an issue because it's a new bolt. Okay, so they're all loose. Let's see. This one should just pop right out. Doesn't seem like there's any pressure on it. Okay. Okay, oh, that's fine. Very good there. And we're good there. So that's good. All three are out. Now we'll swap this. Let's see. Okay. All right, just like that. And now all you gotta do is spin it like that. Okay, and it's just like that. Now all you gotta do is spin it like that, and then we should be good to go right back up in. There we go. And that goes up like that. Put the back one through just to test it out. Okay, just like that, and then we'll just put this bolt through just to check ride height and see if this needs to go way up or way down, and if it does need to come down, we can easily adjust this one. But let's see. Oh, come on. Start these a little bit at least, just so we don't put a bunch of pressure on these bolts and mess anything up. That's not going anywhere yet. Okay, there it goes. So now we can put two bolts on the wheel and lower it down and see where it's at, but oh yeah, I can already tell that this is way low. I think this one needs to get, that's gonna be tucked up in there, isn't it? I think we need to match this one because this one is super low. It's probably gonna go up like 1.5 inches. I guess we could just match it right out the gate and then test it, because it looks like it already looks, you could see it's almost straight here. From here to here is almost straight, and then from here to here is not straight. It's comes down. So probably just save the time and energy. Drop this one, and then loosen this collar. And then just adjust this to the right size, right height. Let's do that. So let's check where we gotta go. Right here, from the top of the bottom of the top collar to about 2 and almost 3/4. Looks like 2 and what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I think it's 2 and 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 and 5/8. So let's unlock this one and drop it down to 2 and 5/8. So what we got to do, you guys saw this in the main channel on the episode, but we're gonna unlock. Let's see, which way do we gotta go? I forget which way we gotta go. We gotta go. This has to go. That's gotta go this way. Right? That's what I needed right there, not this one. I need this one to stay locked. This one goes that way. Okay. There we go. Now I can loosen this, and I can adjust this to 2 and 5/8. So we need to adjust this down. It's gonna be a super fast adjustment instead of sitting there forever. 2 and 5/8, which should be two and 5/8. From that to the top of that. From the bottom of that. From the bottom of that collar to the top of that collar. So, yeah, it's got to come. Two and 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. That should be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Let's see. That's it right there. That's where we need it. So now I can tighten this once this control arm goes back in, because otherwise it's just going to spin. So let's put this back up in here with the mallet. Probably gonna need it. Wow! How do I hit my own thumb like that easily, you idiot? Okay. That should be good there. Now we can go back in with this bolt, finally. And hammer that in. Just a little bit. Start that one. And hopefully this lines up to the right ride height. It should. If all goes according to plan, it should. But let's try to get this one in the proper spot. We gotta get 2 washers. There it goes. There you go. Then we get this back on there. Spin that around. 17's already on it. Give this a good old tighten. 14. Or is that a good tighten? Let's hope that ride height lines up. Time for the wheel to go back on. We'll put 2 lug nuts on there just to see, so we don't waste our time. But I'm pretty confident. Oh, good thing I remembered. Just got to tighten this collar. Not the end of the world, but this one right here. Just got to tighten that down just for extra security. Okay, that's about as tight as it's gonna get there. So, boom. Nice and fixed. Let's get a photo for the Instagram, just to show that we did it for everyone that doesn't see this video. And now they are both proper. And the right size, right height. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bang, boom. Now it's time to put the wheel on. It's a little high, but who cares? Ain't nothing for a short king like me. Hopping on there. And then we'll center this wheel as much as we can here. But these lug nuts will do the trick to center everything for us. Car runs and drives very smooth. Very good. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's good, that's good. All back on and together. Slow her down and check it out. Oh, it looks a little, I think it should be fine. No, yeah, it should be fine. We'll see. Okay, car's down on the ground. Let's see how that ride height looks on this side. Hopefully it's perfect. And it's looking perfect. Let's go. Heck yeah. Gonna settle just a little bit there. And that's just about perfect. So I like that. Can't complain. Let's torque that wheel down, and that is another problem fixed for the day. Boom. This is a super clean Civic, and it's a great base for you guys to do anything you want with it. Super cool project, or a daily driver, or give it to someone because you're winning it for super cheap. And it's a really cool car. Super clean inside and out. And I'm really excited to give this car away to one of you guys very soon. 100 entries into the Motor Club. $5 to spend is 1 entry. On the website, you can stack those up, and Motor Club members right now can get bonus entries. There's a big multiplier, the biggest multiplier that we're going to do of the whole entire giveaway. Motor Club members can use that to stack up on entries as well.